continue with this case because this girl went up and beyond. So, Eleanor Williams essentially inflicted injuries on herself. So, my girl took time to sit there and beat herself up and say that it was Asians that did it to her. Yeah? So, a Tory councillor from Malden Forest, Essex said, people donated out of the kindness of their hearts and we were all tricked. I keep messaging her, but she keeps stalling and claims she needs to take legal advice. Her daughter was convicted more than a month ago. The money should be returned. The whole fundraising appeal was based on lies. It seems wrong for the family to have the cash. I want to go into the actual. So, Mrs. Johnson said the order says Ellie was a victim of exploitation and trafficking from the age of 12. Personally, I don't believe that because I think as her mother, I would have known something was happening to her at such a young age. So, even her own mum doesn't believe her. The Asian grooming gang lies. The Asian grooming gang lies that sparked national outrage. How women's false rape and trafficking claims compared to film taken by prosecutors triggered Tommy Robinson-led protests, heightened racial tensions, and ruined lives of men.
Oh, guess whose name is in the documentary? Let's see who he was.
Hi, Tommy.
Tommy boy. The EDO's finest.
Well, so, I mean, that's a whole different subject, but Eleanor Williams sparked outrage in the Cumbrian town of Borough when she claimed on social media she had been groomed and trafficked and beaten in 2020. Posting pictures of her bruised and battered body, the 22-year-old said she had been the victim of an Asian grooming gang in the port town for years, leading to protests conducted by former EDL leader Tommy Robinson. It also painted a target on the backs of the men she accused. One man saw his wife leave him over the claims, while another family were forced to move away from the town altogether. But it has now been found out that the claims made by Williams were all false, which prosecutors said had ruined people's lives. Evidence that she posted on social media, including messages from the men who were alleged to have abused her, was found to be misleading or outright false by the police. Instead of being a grooming gang victim, Williams was a liar who had caused her own injuries as part of a fantasy, the jury found. She could now be sent to prison. Yesterday, she was convicted of 8 counts of perverting the court of justice after an 11-week trial. These included claims that she had been drugged and raped by multiple people since she was 12 years old, and that she had been trafficked to places such as Ibiza and Amsterdam and abused by men there. But the court at the time, she was in the Dutch capital, when confronted with evidence that she had been with her sister and his sister's boyfriend the whole time she was in Amsterdam and the abuse could not have happened, Williams maintained her version of events were correct. On another occasion, she accused a man of threatening to kill her unless she had sex with 8 men in Blackpool, local newspaper The Mail reported. But this was another fabrication, with CCTV showing she booked herself into a hotel and then stayed inside apart from a brief walk to the shops. She accused another man, Jordan Trengove, of raping her, and an allegation that led to him spending 10 weeks on remand in prison. He was finally cleared when police realised he had been in the back of one of their vans at the exact time he was supposed to have raped her. He had been arguing at a taxi rank when he was spotted by officers. Look at the bruising. Look what my girl did to herself. Despite the alibi and the complete lack of evidence, he was found guilty in the court of social media. Someone painted the word rapist on his house and the windows were smashed in. Evidence given to the police by Williams about the supposed rape included Snapchat logs which claimed to show him admitting to it, were later found out to be fake and mazed using the Wi-Fi at the home of Williams' mother. The lies continued. A Snapchat account the Williams claimed belonged to an Asian trafficker called Shaggy Wood was actually found to belong to a man called Liam Wood. Mr. Wood, a white man from Essex who works in Tesco, had believed Williams was a friend who lived in Portsmouth and was planning to visit him. Williams was 19 when she made the claims, with her post being shared more than 100,000 times and sparking the creation of a group called Justice for Ellie, which has more than 100,000 members on Facebook. This is screaming out, I want attention. Mommy and daddy do not love me. I am a weirdo. Like, this is imagination.
But